Time for another round of overrated or underrated. I'm going to read out a list of things, and you're going to tell me if they are overrated or underrated.
Oh, geez.
Cannondale.
I've ridden lots of Cannondales. Mechanic Nick despises Cannondales.
James isn't a fan either. Bike Fit James.
I would probably say they are overrated, and we'll blame Rafa for that. Any excuse?
Why?
Well, EF Pro Cycling, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
They're all right, you know. Like you get to a space with bikes, so they're basically all the same. They kind of fit into that now.
No, because they do weird stuff. So I'm in two minds because on one hand they do weird stuff which becomes annoying, and then other bike brands BB30 is Cannondale's fault that exists. So they made all these press fit bearings. Frames got lighter, but their tolerances have to be really perfect to get the BBs to go in and not creak. And then they did that. They all creaked because bike industry can't make round shapes. And then everyone inherited it.
Like wheels.
Like we can do. Some manufacturers can. Riot can't. We'll discuss that in a future episode. They invented BB30 and now they've like unleashed that on the world. Now they've gone back to threaded.
Have they officially gone back to threaded?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Don't they have the big one? T47.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. I know lots of manufacturers did start moving over to T45.
Yeah. On the flip side, they do stuff that I think is quite cool, like the lefty. Yeah,
that's not cool. It's terrible.
I think it's cool.
It's not. It's terrible.
No, I think it's cool.
They had, to be fair, this is the thing though. I think they're all of the top end is just merging into one. Like, when was the last time that Cannondale or really any other bike manufacturer did something where you were like, oh my God? The last is probably that hideous Canyon Grail or whatever it's called.
Double
bar
handlebars.
thing. And that's probably 6 years ago now that they did that. Nothing really shocking has come through in a while, is it? No. It's disappointing.
If you'd asked me a few years ago when before the CAD 10, I think the CAD 10 was all right. It's like the aluminium one that they did. That's when things started to not be as good. I
had a CAD 12 and it was a rim brake, mind. A rim brake CAD 12 and it was mint. I'm so sad I sold it. It was amazing.
The 10 was really good. The 12 was less good. There were versions before which were awesome and they were all amazing.
Chris used to have an 8 at a point.
Yeah.
They're all great bikes. Just don't get carbon. They probably don't even make alloy bikes anymore.
Nah. I bet they do.
Can I just say,
they definitely will.
In defense of Cannondale, I have a Cannondale Topstone, and as a 5'2" small person, they are really good at sizing down that bike appropriately. Because usually I find like just the sizing goes weird, and there's loads of toe overlap, and
it's got like a weird extension on the tube which gives you toe overlap, but it's still the correct size. Isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like they've actually genuinely gone, okay, let's size this down and let's see if it works. And yes, I appreciate that.
It is good. They're up to a CAD 13 now, but it's disc brake.
Yeah. It was like a complete redesign.
Yeah, so if I was going to ride one of those, I'd want to go a few generations back, rim brake. And they looked cool.
CAD 12.
They look cool.
But
now 10.
It'll be a press fit BB30A and you will have hell from it forever. Because that's what happens.
Overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Overrated.